What's going on, guys? Today I have a bit of bad news for you. I'm currently watching the Tennessee Titans game as I do this video, and they're down 16-6. They currently have the ball, and it's the third quarter. And I believe this could be the beginning of the end for Marcus Mariota and the Tennessee Titans. So let's go back and see where we went wrong, and hopefully we can find a way to improve and turn things around before it's too late. So the year is 2015. With a second overall pick, the Titans select Marcus Mariota. In his first year at quarterback for the Tennessee Titans, he is unable to play a full season, but he finishes the year with 19 touchdowns and 10 interceptions. He flashed and had glimpses of excellence during that time, but the Titans were still only able to improve one win to finish that season 3-13 from the previous 2-14 season. The next year, Tennessee gets, and in that first year also, I want to point out, Marcus Mariota had no supporting cast. Taylor Lewan was his only good offensive lineman virtually. Delanie Walker, his only good virtual wide receiver. The defense was also in shambles. The next year, the Tennessee Titans, they bring back Mariota, Taylor Lewan, and Delanie Walker. They trade for DeMarco Murray, and they get Rishard Matthews from the Miami Dolphins. They also get a few more pieces on defense, and the Titans improve to a 9-7 record. They also get Derrick Henry that year as well, and they improve to a 9-7 record. So that is all great. Mariota threw for 26 touchdowns and 9 interceptions that year. He took another step forward, but he hurt his leg, he broke his leg in the next to the last game of the season, and was just barely able to come back, and was just barely ready to come back at the beginning of the offseason this year. This year, currently, Marcus Mariota has more interceptions than he does touchdowns. He has 12 total touchdowns, and that's combined with his rushing. He's only tossed 8 through the air. And currently, he has 10 interceptions. He's thrown 2 in this game, 4 in the last. And so let's try to figure out what's going on with Mariota, because if the Titans don't solve this issue fast, this is the beginning of the end for Marcus and Mariota, and the Titans have to go into a full-blown rebuild mode again, which we don't want. So let's try and figure out, could this problem be mental because of how he broke his leg? He looks as if he's not as comfortable in the pocket this year. He hurries to try to get the ball out of his hands. He force feeds it to Delanie Walker. In the Cleveland Browns game, I remember right off the top of my head, he threw it to Delanie in triple coverage. Earlier in this game, in the first quarter, he threw it to Delanie in triple coverage, but Delanie was still able to come down with the ball, fortunately. So that's something he needs to work on. This year, the offensive line isn't as good as what it was last year, and it was considered to be one of the best, or arguably the best in the league last year. And this year, they just can't open up holes in the run game. They get pushed back into Mariota's lap in the pass game. It's just terrible. Currently, the Titans only have 3. That's not 30. That's not 3 with a 0. They have 3 rushing yards. That's 1 per quarter. That's how terrible it is. That's what the Titans' identity is. And you know that defenses this year are going to know that that's what's coming at them, and that's what they need to game plan for. But still, even though they know it's coming, that is no excuse to be this bad in the run game. So Mariota, he has a bad offensive line, and his run game isn't helping him. Then you add on top of it, maybe, this is just speculation, I don't know if this is the case, maybe Mariota has a little bit of a confidence or a mental issue because of the injury that he sustained last year. It was a very significant injury. He was hurt very badly last year, so that could play an aspect in it. And then you got to factor in the play calling, Terry Robisky. And let me tell you this, Titans fans, I want us to unite together. If you have Twitter, don't worry about following me. I'll leave it linked in the description box below. If you have Twitter, you need to tweet @Titans, fire Robisky, @Titans, hashtag fire Robisky. Yeah, let's start that movement, hashtag fire Robisky. His play calling is just awful. I made a whole video the other day making fun of an interview that he had because his interview was just totally ridiculous. He talks about how he sees a crease, but it closes up too fast, or there is a crease and the running back isn't getting there. And then the next thing he says, well, I didn't see no crease. And then he talks about how great play callers, they never want to call the same thing twice, but what he does is he wants to call a play over and over and over again until it works. It's just completely ridiculous. Congratulate Mike Mularkey for getting on his butt. So thank you for that, Mike Mularkey. But you need to show this guy the door. He has worn his welcome out here in Tennessee. His play calling is terrible. He's not the type of coach that we need. We want to be a run first, smash mouth, wear defenses out, make them dread playing us for 4 quarters on a week-to-week basis type of team. And this guy's a wide receivers coach. We need a running back coach or a offensive line coach, or probably more offensive line coach being our head our offensive coordinator position. Russ Grimm, we have a great one on our coaching staff. Russ Grimm, very, very, very smart man. His former teammates talked about he was smarter than some of the quarterbacks that he has played with, that they have played with, and he's had consideration for head coaching jobs. He is on our coaching staff. Meanwhile, and he is just a positions coach. Meanwhile, Terry Robisky is calling plays, the main guy on offensive side of the ball under Mike Mularkey. That needs to change. So, at Titans, hashtag fire Robisky. And it don't have to be Russ Grimm. We need somebody who is a competent play caller, and we need somebody who can coach a quarterback, because Mariota has nobody on this roster or on this coaching staff who can help him. Mainly his quarterback coach is his backup quarterback, Matt Castle. Jason Michaels, just as Ryan talked about on our podcast show, Jason Michaels has never played quarterback in this league. He was a quarterback in college, but that's as far as his experience goes. No other coach on this coaching staff has experience teaching quarterbacks how to play. Mike Mularkey has said it himself that he doesn't want to get in Marcus Mariota's way, that he just wants him to do what he does, and he don't want to get in his way. And that's fine. That's dandy. I'm happy with that. You don't want to do anything to hurt your franchise quarterback, but at the same time, with that kind of attitude, you can't help him. You need somebody who can coach a quarterback. You need somebody who can make competent play calls, and because Marcus is suffering. And then on top of all of this, this is why Marcus Mariota, another big reason, because he doesn't have an offensive line. Well, he does have an offensive line that can be good, that are good in spurts, but they're not consistent. He doesn't have a run game. And on top of all of this, they throw so much more on his plate. Mike Mularkey even said that he has never put as much on a quarterback's plate as he has Marcus Mariota's. And he's never had a quarterback as talented as Mariota, but Mariota is still young. They're out there having him adjusting plays according to what the defense is doing. No, that is your offensive coordinator's job. Unfortunately, we have a bad one. But this is why Marcus Mariota has regressed, and he looks more like Blake Bortles or a Cleveland Browns quarterback than he does a number 2 overall pick, the flying Hawaiian Marcus Mariota, the guy who was supposed to come in here and win us championships. They're struggling against a bad Indianapolis Colts team who's 3-7, while we're lucky to be 6-4 because we have been playing terrible all year. We've just been lucking up into these wins. That's the truth about it. It's luck is why we've got 6 wins. It's luck because we finished 9-7 last year, and we're playing much, much, much worse than what we was playing last year. Last year, we was top 3 in rushing week in and week out. Marcus Mariota was careful with the football. He didn't make bad decisions. He went through his progressions. He didn't force the ball to Delaney Walker. He threw it to the open man. He took what defenses was giving him, and when things completely broke down, he could take off and run with it. He's not doing that this year, and this is why he has regressed, because he doesn't have a supporting cast. They threw way too much on his plate, and the play calling is just borderline insane. So, Titans fans, at Titans on Twitter, hashtag fire Robisky. Let's start the movement. I'll be the first to do it. You guys have a great day. Thanks for watching, and hopefully this is not the end of the Marcus Mariota era. Hopefully this is not the beginning of the end, but I fear if things don't change very, very, very soon, I don't know if we can make it to the end of the year like this, but if things don't change very soon, and I'm not freaking out, I'm not panicking, this is all justified because our wins this year have been lucky. We're actually in the red zone right now, and that's another thing. Our red zone offense is not what it used to be. We used to be great in the red zone. That used to be almost guaranteed touchdowns every time. We did score a touchdown, and Delaney Walker's giving the CPR to the football, but we're still losing this ball game to a bad Indianapolis Colts team. But our red zone offense isn't as good as it was last year. Last year, that used to be almost a guaranteed touchdown, but It's not anymore. Even if we win this game, this is still justified anger because of last week's game and how we've played all the way through. Yes, we've been winning, but it's been luck. We've been playing terrible. We ain't been able to run the football. Our defense is having to carry us. And while our defense is not bad, it's not necessarily great either. So that's my piece, guys. Comment, let me know what you think. Hope you guys have a great day. This game is really stressing me out, I guess you can tell. But anyways, guys, that's all I got for you today. I hope you have a good day, and thanks for watching.